How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the OGs. Couple week break, it happens sometimes with us, but we are back. We are trying to be consistent. Third show of the year, so hit that like button. 1,000 likes, nice and early. Go show Curtis Shaw TV some love. Channel link in the description. But you should already know he's close to 90k. Last time I checked, have you passed 90k yet?
Couple hundred away now.
Couple hundred away, people. Whether it happens now during the live or whether it happens after with people watching it post live. Surely we can get Curtis a couple hundred before tomorrow he goes live. Well, you're doing a daytime live tomorrow because there's a watch along as well.
Nah. Just a watch along tomorrow, bro.
We got a bit more time, people. So if you're watching this, go subscribe to Curtis Shaw TV. Get him to 90k before that watch along. What are you telling me though, bro?
I mean, it's that time. Like, I wish it wasn't that time. Let me make that clear. I wish it wasn't. I wish we were all pleasantly surprised. And I did a show today, bro, and I said Arsenal are the only team in the world that you could beat Man City 5-1 and within 24 hours you've forgotten about the result and you're angry again. Like that's a hell of a skill, man. You know what I mean?
But angry. Go check the big 6 comments. Not everyone's angry about it.
Are they not?
Nah, bro. People are getting on to me about why I didn't show more chest. Like the fucking transfer window didn't close with no bodies coming in. Like our manager didn't even plead for the last 2 weeks for a body to come in. Like the transfer window wasn't as important, if not more important, than the 90 minutes against City. Man, acting like, they're foolish, but it is what it is. They will learn the hard way.
They will. I had the same thing, bro. Man messaging me, we're going to go big in the summer. I said, I've heard that for 20 years. I don't care about the summer. You know what I mean? And did you see that thing in The Athletic today, bro? I broke it down in the stream. I said,
nah, I saw a bit of your stream when I was driving. The bit where you had when you was talking about that, actually, but I didn't catch the beginning or the end. What was it?
Bro, Villa offered Watkins to Arsenal. We didn't even approach them. They had a PSR issue. At the Arsenal-Villa game, someone from Villa, obviously in the board, has gone, listen, we're struggling with PSR. You want to buy Watkins for 60 mil. Arsenal took 9 days to make the offer. This was on the 18th of January. We made the offer on the 27th of January. On the 30th of January, Duran signed for Al Nassr.
Ornstein said this, yeah?
This was in The Athletic, yeah.
Basically him.
Yeah, so we took 9 days to make an offer. They wanted 60. We offered 40. They rejected it. 2 days later, Al Nassr made the bid. 3 days later, they signed him. So obviously, they've gone, we can get 74 million off Al Nassr. They're going to pay most of it up front, Saudi money. They said, that's it. We only needed to sell one. You've missed your chance. And they reckon Arteta was like, I want him. They're saying this Tim Lewis guy, after Sanelli and Pepe, the accusations maybe money went missing. Tim Lewis was put in place by the KROENKE to say, any deal that happens has to go through you. And you dictate the amount that gets offered. And they reckon Tim Lewis was saying 29, all that no sell-on value and all that. And they never got the deal done. And then what disappointed me today, look, I get it.
In The Athletic, yeah?
This is in The Athletic. Yeah, I'll forward you the link. I'll WhatsApp here. And then Arteta, what disappointed me today, listen, I get it. Nobody's going to go out publicly and diss their boss, right? But you don't need to cap for your boss either. And I feel like Arteta today should have been like, listen, man, I'm disappointed. And I just felt, when you look at the things that he's saying, it felt like Wenger in the last few years. And that's what pains me, man. Like we're so close. And I heard a lot of what you said. You was smashing it on AFTV last night with what you were saying, bro. Like, we're a good team. Like, this isn't like when we were rubbish and we're going, please rescue us. We're actually a good team that I think we're 2 players away from. If we had a left winger and a striker this season, I think we'd be top or right next to Liverpool. Like Saka, a Gyökeres or something through the middle and a proper. We should have got Kvaratskhelia, let's be honest. I think we'd be there. But this ownership for me, the one thing that I'm glad about what's happened in this window, I think everybody should have clarity now. Because a lot of people still go, yeah, but they've backed him. They've given him money. But that's not what being a good owner is just purely about. You got to have a proper sporting director. You got to have the whole structure to make sure you're built to win. We're just novice sporting director. Edu walks. This Jason Ato, I mean, what the hell is this guy doing? Do you know what I mean? Just job for the boy. This is what's helping Edu. So we didn't think Edu was good enough. This is the apprentice to Edu. I mean, we can't be a serious football club. Villa signed 5, Tottenham got 3, Man City dropped 200 million. Our striker's out for 9 months. Saka's out for 3, and you go. And they're saying in that Athletic article, we didn't want to be financially reckless. Financially reckless, bro. You didn't sign no one, not even a lone player. And then they're talking about Sesko in the summer. I said, that's, over to you, bro. I'm
trying to deep it because I in the background I started in the Arteta interview to see some of the quotes, and I'm just seeing they're feeding off the excuses that a lot of the fans make as well, which is they're not going to rush, they're going to find the right profile. No point in panicking, but no one's asking you to panic. 5 years in, no signing should be a panic. No signing 5 years in should be a panic. You should have a plan A, plan B, plan C for any position that you need. 5 years in, there should be the word panic shouldn't even be coming about. If the word panic arises, then that's because the club have put us in a position where it looks like we might need to panic, and that's a problem in itself. Even this whole summer talk, I've seen the Arteta quote there when asked about it, are you more prepared for the summer then? And he's like, he doesn't really say yes. He's just like, it's about the profiles and the players and getting the right people. I'm tired of all this right people and the right kind of person in and all that, because that makes me lean more towards Mikel. Is it the big ego thing that you don't like? Are you trying to find the guys that are just gonna go under the radar, do everything you want them to do without taking a step out of line? Is that what you're looking for in every position? Because in attack it doesn't work like that. In attack you need men that are going to step out of line sometimes, and I don't mean in a disciplinary sense. I mean in a creative sense, in a him sense. This game needs to be taken by the scruff of the neck sense. All this right profile, right character and all of that. Come on, man. Most great attackers in history have had a problem with their character in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not damaging to the point where it affects their career, but Henry had an attitude. Henry had he had the big ego. Legend.
Yeah.
Salah's got a big ego. Let's talk about the current best player in the Premier League right now. Salah's got a big ego. In a very different way. You can still call him humble as well, because of the way he moves off the pitch, but you can see the arrogance on the pitch. You can see he does what he wants at times, whether that was on the clock or now on the slot, because he is him.
Yeah.
And in attack, you need him. You need him and a couple supporting acts. Or if you are doing it the Liverpool way with the false 9 waka, then you need one supporting act. Like, bro. So, and even what about that profile? Someone talk to me about that profile. How did that one work out? Work out, bro.
No, do you know what, bro? They need to explain the profile to me, because you've gone from Jesus 5'8" to Havertz. Then you want Sesko, who's even taller. You want a Dusan. You wanted Watkins. What the hell is the profile, man? You know what I mean? This guy's on Tinder. You don't even know which way to swipe.
Yes. You know? Can you swipe up, down, just randomly going through?
Going up and down. It's left or right, bro.
Bro, it is mad though. Mentioning Tinder. Imagine, people go on Tinder, most people go on to enjoy, test the market, compare the market. Yeah, no one's going on Tinder saying, I'm searching for the right profile right now. Right profile for days, swiping right until the right profile comes up and you swipe left. Now, who does that? The market was delicious. I'm going to keep on using that word. That market, oh my God. 3-course meal.
For January, bro. For January.
One of the best January markets I've seen for players being available. Release clauses being available. Loans being available. Because all that right profile, I don't want to hinder the club. I get all that. But what about Tell then? And I'm not even saying I know much about Tell. I've seen maybe a cumulative 70 minutes from him. But it's a player that's got a bit about him. It's a player that was on the move. It's a player that you can get for nothing. You cry about needing bodies. So is it a body or is it profiles you need? Which one is it?
Yeah.
Which one is it? Because you can't talk about what we'll like come end of December. Saka gets injured. And then end of January, moving into February. It's okay. They tried. Who tried? Who tried? Yeah. And now you're talking about athletics. listen, not the best of, I mean, there ain't no best of sources, but Athletic is one of the sources that come with somewhat of a reputation. And usually they protect what goes on at Arsenal, especially with an Ornstein in there and whatnot. This one, what you're talking about now, I'm interested to find out more, because it seems like it's doing the opposite of protecting. It's essentially saying, you know, look, this Tim Lewis guy's been put in place, and he's the trigger puller, and he's been hesitant. But that guy needs my elite hairline link, bro. Before
bro, you're gonna need a good discount code for his, bro. I'm telling you.
I'll put him out, bro. If he promises me players, I'll sort you out hairline, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if they can save him, bro. I think he's just got a Phil Mitchell. It's still, I can't lie, but
I'll give him some of the beard, bro. If you just sign some players, bro, pull that trigger. Yeah, pull that trigger. We'll take the graft out. This is fresh.
Hey, do you know what? I've just realized, you know, this is the first show we've done since the transfer. Bro, they didn't sign one player, and you've got fresh hair, fam. You know what I'm saying? Hair's growing.
People are saying that I fixed the forward line before Arsenal.
Bro, you're going to have a hairline before we've got a front line.
Potentially, bro. I had to add it to the list this year. I said major trophy this year, and it's not looking likely. So I thought, bring the hairline in. Emergency, SOS. Let's see if we can get that trophy over the line. Fingers crossed.
I respect it, man. It's elite negotiating. See what I did there? Elite. You know what I mean? I dropped that in good, but no, man. It's you know what I realized with Arsenal, man? I don't even get too angry anymore. You know, that's the point I'm at.
And do people get upset with you? People get upset with me because remember how I come onto YouTube, the KROENKE. People get upset with me now, thinking I haven't got the heart for it no more. But the reality is, a lot of time has passed. I've had a son. The priorities have changed. And to be honest with you, trying to get through to certain people about the obvious issue at this club is one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, bro. Because some of the rhetoric back, or some of the narrative back, just blows my mind, because we could be talking about, like, for example, Big Six yesterday, a lot of people saying, you can differentiate the result from the transfer window stuff. It's a completely different subject. It is not a completely different subject. The result, the 90 minutes against City, and the transfer window is the same subject. Where are Arsenal going? In the game, we needed 3 points. In the transfer window, we needed 3 players, to be honest with you. But,
yeah.
So people can't say that's a different subject. No, that's not a difference. This is all the subject. Subject. That win, massive win. Massive win. Most satisfying win of the Emirates era. Most satisfying win of the Emirates era. But 24 hours later, the life sucked out of it, bro. You're seeing Tell go Tottenham. Then you're seeing Asensio go Aston Villa. Now, these two players, if they came in on deadline day, I'm going to say we just took what we could on the last day. But taking what you could on the last day, in that form, before people bring up Sterling, because that Sterling one was nonsense. But if you bring in a player that maybe Asensio, okay, he's also getting older now, but in this league, he might have something to prove. Or he's young, he hasn't worked out for him at Bayern, he might have something to prove. They're very different deadline day signings that happen to fall in your lap.
Yeah.
If they'd done that, I'd be like, all right, well, you know what? We needed bodies. We've just beaten City 5-1. We're going St. James Park. Let's just go, man. Let's just go. We move. But we didn't do that. We didn't even do that.
Yeah. And that's why there's no excuse, bro. Because on one hand, Arteta can say, okay, we wanted a summer level transfer and we couldn't find it. But when you look at our bench the other day, bro, against City, we had Nwaneri and Sterling. And Sterling is basically a write-off. You know what I mean? You're not looking at him for any impact. So apart from Nwaneri, who's a 17-year-old, we've got zero attacking option on the bench. So at this point, bro, I'll be honest with you. If Arsenal get Asensio on loan till the end of the season with an option to buy and you don't have to obligate yourself to anything, I'm not going to be celebrating, but I'm going to say, well, it's better than what's there right now. At least you did something. But to do nothing, like Villa got, Rashford, Asensio, they got Disasi on loan. I'm not saying we would have taken Disasi and them, but they obviously realized, okay, we can't spend a lot of money. They had to get the Duran money in, and they've maneuvered 5 players, 3 on loan. Daniel Marlin come in. Felix goes to AC Milan. Santiago Jimenez goes to AC Milan. for 29 million. Can you not buy a guy for 29 million and just think, well, he's 23 years of age?
Yeah.
6 foot plus, 29 mil. That's less than you bought Fabio Vieira for. Why not take a punt? You could buy a squad player for 29 mil. So there's no excuse. And then the rest of that article, which literally I couldn't believe, they wanted Morata, bro.
Was that real?
That was real, bro.
I saw that on Insta enough. You know, AFTV put up some,
yeah. Bro, check what they said. You know that Juan Garcia, the goalkeeper at Espanyol?
Yeah.
We tried to buy. Arsenal met his agent in Girona last week before the game. Juan Garcia's agent is Morata's agent. He offered Morata to Arsenal. And then he said Arsenal took too long. They were interested, but they took too long. Galatasaray got the deal done within 24 hours. So they were going for Morata on loan. 32 years of it. Imagine having Morata and Havertz in phase 5 as your 2 strikers. 2025.
They're trying to kill man off.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you now. Give it, you might have to hold a discount code for me, bro. I'm hanging on right now. You know what I'm saying?
A lit hair, do you do heart surgery or something? Because I might need that soon, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. The way this is moving right now, it is heartbreaking because, bro, over the last 2 years, I said 18 months we're winning a major.
I remember you saying it.
Winning a major. And to be honest, everything apart from us has fallen into place. City have fallen off inevitably back-to-back. Poor transfer windows. They're very successful. There's bound to be a drop in this season upcoming. It was us that the only domino that didn't fall into place, or the only variable that came out of nowhere was Liverpool. But like you said, their minimum should be we're up there with them. Not six behind. And people's, 6 behind isn't a lot. It isn't a lot. But then they forget the game in hand, and then they forget Anfield. That makes it a lot more difficult. Now, listen, Liverpool might go fuck up next week against Everton, and it is 6 points, but it's also 6 plus Anfield. So I'm still looking at it as a 3-game swing, regardless. It's a minimum 3-game swing, and to be honest, it's looking more like a 4-game swing because I don't think Everton are gonna. Salah looks inevitable right now. I've been saying that every. He feels when I used to watch Arsenal with Henry.
Yeah,
I knew that guy's scoring. I knew, oh shit, you lot just missed a chance. That's all right. Henry's he's gonna take the ball, kick it past the man, cut in, he bang it. Yeah. That's what often. When Kluivert missed that chance and then it just Salah 2 minutes later cuts in, bends it in. I just thought, listen, I know all these comparisons to Henry, I can't hack that, and I'm not.
Yeah, no, I can't.
But he is him this season. Salah is him. He looks destined to wrap this up for Liverpool. The way he's moving, the way he's playing, and the way it's just everything's clicking for him. The only thing I'm praying is that he doesn't get 20 assists because that's one thing I want to protect of Henry's.
Bro, do you know when you look at Liverpool this season, let's be honest, right? They're having a great season, but when you watch them,
it's mad, isn't it?
They're not world beaters. Like, we've seen better Liverpools than this. The Firmino, Salah, Mane, that front three was way more devastating. I look at Liverpool's team, I think, obviously, they've got a solid defence, keeper, midfield's working well. Their front line's improving. I feel like Gakpo's definitely improving. Diaz is good. Jota's injury prone. I think Darwin will go. But really, Salah is that difference. 21 league goals already. He's probably going to get 30 league goals plus. He gets you over the finish line. When you look at Arsenal's team, our keeper's been good. Our back four's been pretty good. Midfield's good, I think, when we play Partey, Rice and Odegaard.
Balance still, though. That's the problem with the midfield.
Balance isn't quite there, yeah. We need an 8. We need a Barella. We need a De Jong. We need somebody that can get on the ball and open people up. And then the front line, we don't have that Salah. Saka was putting up numbers, but obviously now he's out of the team. It's that difference maker up top that we don't have. You know, as a team, we're actually quite a good team. It's just that front line is missing that star quality, and you worry that has Arteta been stung early in his career by Ozil and Aubameyang, and it's turned him off those characters. Imagine going into a new job and Ozil and Aubameyang, and you're thinking, wow, these are two of the biggest names, and they're putting me under pressure. Ozil isn't performing. Aubameyang's turning up late. But I'm not making excuses for him. I'm saying, as he kind of turned away from that and thought, everyone I sign has got to just fall in line. And like you said, a lot of the best attacking players, They're not like that. Rooney was in scandals in the newspaper. You know, it was all Henry had ego and Elka had ego, Ian Wright, whoever. Those guys with that X factor, they've got a bit more because they know they're better than most players. So
could you argue that Pep has the same deficiency, but his route into football was very different, and there was he picked up a favorable squad or a favorable moment in Barca's history where I'm not, a lot of that's down to the way Pep maneuvered it in the upcoming years. But I look at Yaya Toure and Zlatan as two examples of players that came in with Pep but went out pretty quickly. And a lot of the reasons behind it being maybe character problems, personally. I can't really think of many big egos that Pep's signed over the 50. And this ain't me comparing them. This is me saying he's learned that probably from that Pep philosophy of, let's keep the egos down. But Pep came through and created a team that created history, the best footballing side I ever seen. Yeah. So everything off the back of that, players want to play for him. Clubs want him, and it's proof is in the pudding, regardless of big egos or not. Whereas Arteta's coming at Arsenal, and we're crying out, in my opinion, for big characters, big egos. But he's coming off the back of learning from a Pep who doesn't fuck with that, which that's him. He's won a hell of a lot with it. We can't transfer that over here and apply it the same way.
I would say the difference with Pep, because I mean, I know what you're saying. Ultimately, he still managed Messi. Did he sign Henry at Barca? I'm not sure. Was he that, or did Rijkaard bring him? Might have been Rijkaard.
Henry.
Pep managed him. I don't know whether he signed him.
06, 07. 07 he went.
Might have been still Frank Rijkaard.
I think it was Pep. Was
it Pep? I would say with Pep, I think, because I look at even people though like Dani Alves, I think is a big character. Puyol, Messi, these guys, David Villa. I think if you're a big character, but Pep just commands respect. He was a huge football player, first of all. And I think because they had instant success under him, I think when you've got that big ego and personality and your manager is what he's saying is happening and you're winning, I think your ego dampens itself down a little bit. You don't need the ego because what the manager's saying to me is working. Haaland's a big personality. Let's be honest. Kevin De Bruyne's a bit of a ego. If you look at him in the documentary, he's got a bit. You know what I mean? Where I think with Arteta, it's like if you come in with, let's just say then, Aubameyang had an ego, but he was probably frustrated that we weren't winning. He's misbehaving at times, turning up late. So then it's becoming a problem for him. I think because you look at Mourinho, you look at Ferguson, you look at Wenger, you look at all these guys. They've all had big personalities there, but I feel like the success keeps everything under control. Where with Arteta, he's probably thinking, he got David Luiz, I'd say, was a big ego at Arsenal as well when he came in. Bit of a personality, a bit of a character.
I think that ego is different with Luiz because I feel like his ego at that point, Luiz was a different player in his 30s when he moved to Arsenal, in the sense where he tried to become more of a role model type of player. He tried to become more of a 22-year-old Luiz is closer to Guendouzi in character, and look what happened to him.
Yeah.
So Oba, Ozil, Guendouzi, Martinez, Pepe, these five had characters, and all of them saw the door in the same way.
Yeah.
Sorry, people are correcting me that Rijkaard actually bought him and then Pep joined the year after. Actually, okay. Alex, can you just confirm what you mean here by I'll be eating my words again, Alex? Just let me know. I just want to understand what he means because...
Yeah, you just want to know what he means by that, innit? You know what I mean? Just clarify.
I need to clap back correctly. I need to know what he's talking about. I've got a super chat as well, people. I'm on to people, I'm on to people.
You have to, bro. You have to, People want to call you out. You got to know, give the angle, innit, of what's being said. But it's the thing for me that's just so frustrating is, as an Arsenal fan, the transfer window seems to be Arsenal's kryptonite for 20 years, bro. Like, I can't remember leaving a transfer window going, we done what was necessary. For Wenger, every year it was like, we need a defensive midfielder. We need a DM. This guy kept buying attacking midfielders. Then we needed a striker for years after Van Persie went. It's like the jigsaw You're one piece away. They take 2 out and then give you that piece. And you go, oh, my God, I thought we were finished. No, but them 2 pieces are gone. Oh, okay, we'll start again. And then when you go back to build it, because we've said it many times, bro, a lot of the younger fan base have not felt that feeling of one of our stars walking out the door yet. Sometimes they can't even understand why we're like this. They're like, what? We're challenging this one of the best Arsenals. I say, yo, you wait till Saliba's holding up the Real Madrid shirt. Because we've seen Van Persie hold up that United shirt, bro, and that's a next level pain, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was different. So it's like Arsenal fans have had this belief over the last few years, yo, we're getting better and better. We're going to get there. But football doesn't stand still and wait for you to progress. City have dropped 200 million in January. Imagine what they're going to do in the summer. Liverpool potentially win the league. They only bought 1 player in the summer. Chelsea have improved. It might get more difficult. We think it's going to get easier. It might get harder. So I just can't help but have that feeling that we've had a window of opportunity here to go and win the title. And we haven't taken it.
There's no justification that for anyone to say it's going to be easier next year. In fact, all fingers point to it being harder next year because City shouldn't be as poor as they are, or they won't be as poorly equipped as they have been this season. Liverpool didn't sign anyone worth their salt in the summer, so best believe they're going to be ready to do something this summer with Trent potentially, Salah, and Dijk situation. Now, obviously, that's a major moment for Liverpool because it depends who they keep and who they can bring in. It's hard to really understand the severity or the whatever's needed in the summer. But then, you're right. Other clubs will obviously invest, Chelsea being one of them, and whoever. I know Man United are brass now and they're far off it. But I expect, you know what? Up until Sunday, I expected City to jump right back into it next year. Sunday, I just saw City in a very different light, and that I think a lot of work needs to be done. I think it'll take more than just one window. But then again, last minute, centre mid comes in. If that centre mid hits the ground running, 50 mil, 23 years of age, then they can certainly be back next year, because if they bring in a Musiala or a Wirtz, which is suggested a lot amongst their fan base, and when you look at De Bruyne's trajectory over the years, it makes sense. They shoot right back up there. What? A front two of Haaland and Musiala, or Haaland and Wirtz. What?
They're back straight away.
Straight away, bro. Whereas,
do you know what? I think Pep, without making excuses, I know Henri sort of said this. I think Pep's a bit of a broken man this season. I don't think you're seeing a normal Pep. I think that divorce with his wife, I think that's had a major effect on him, as it would to any man, bro. 30 years married, she leaves, takes the house. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so I think City could turn that around in one window. You know, if they, like you said, if they get a Wirtz, a Musiala, that kind of level of player, they need 2 or 3 players, bit of energy. I just felt like on Sunday we ran all over them. I felt like Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, you know, these guys look like they can't run now. I feel like the engine, the mileage is high with them now. And Rodri, listen, Rodri is the key link in that midfield. That's their engine.
Ballon d'Or winner, like.
That's Ballon d'Or winner, bro. He can say, "Well, I'm the best player in the world." He's out with ACL. I think Pep gets through this season. He's brought in some younger, long-term signings now to keep their sort of future intact. I think in the summer he'll go for the here and now, you know, the Wirtz, the Musiala, that kind of level of player. I think City will be back next season. And listen, you can't write them off. They might still nick a trophy. I think most people think Madrid will get the better of them, but you never know. You never know. But
they got FA Cup as well. They're still in, isn't it?
Yeah, they're in the FA Cup. So, listen, when you've won 4 in a row and a treble, you can accept one bad season. That's why it is still difficult to say that much about City, even though we slapped them, because they're going to say, well, one bad season out of like 5, bro. The trophy cabinet's full. We've been waiting 21 years for one big trophy to go in there. You know what I mean? So,
one. That's
just
why
bro.
So when people say to me, like on the Big Six comment section, when people say to me, like, how could number one, I don't think Big Steve cooked Arsenal yesterday. All he said was, you've got to win now. That's not cooking. But regardless, there's sensitive people out there. If you think that's cooking, whatever. But it's like, if we had won one, if this season we're defending champions and we're third or something, I'm chatting shit. Don't talk to me. We're defending champions. They're alone 4 in a row or 6 in 7 years, and a treble included, and all of this. So as much as they've been poor this year, as much as we smoked them, so did Tottenham, so did Sporting. I'm not going to start clicking my heels and pulling out an umbrella like Mary Poppins and flying off buildings because of it. I appreciate it for what it was. Big up Skelly, big up Rice, Partey, or I've mentioned all the players. Keep it moving. Great teams don't dwell on what happened yesterday. Great teams focus on what's tomorrow. And I don't know what some of our fans just ignored what happened in the transfer window to focus on the City stuff. The reality is we can come back down to earth just like that tomorrow night. Thursday, 100%. Out of the Carabao Cup. And then we've got 12 days watching FA Cup fixtures across the weekend, knowing we're not in it. Our cup, perennial winners, most wins of all time. But we'll chill. 5th out of 6 years, we're out in the 3rd or 4th round in it. But we'll chill. We'll chill. Onto the summer. How can it be onto the summer? When Everest said that, he was bang on.
He was.
It hurts. Don't get it twisted. It hurts because I'm part of it. It's my club. But he's bang on.
Bro, let's be totally honest, right? We had a bit of a battle with Manchester City on Sunday, which I like, by the way. A lot of people are, this that Gary Neville's crying about. I like that little edge to the game and Haaland and Gabriel. I think that felt like old school Premier League. I love that. And we were right to enjoy it and speak and chat and all that. Yeah, we slapped up Man City 5-1. Enjoy it. As a football fan, you criticize them if they lose. Enjoy it when they win. We won the battle. But best believe, people, we have been losing that war for a long time. I heard what Steve was saying. And I know people were getting mad at you because they wanted you to just smack talk him and do all of that. But the reality of the situation, bro, they are the dominant force of English football. I haven't actually really seen a team dominate England like this, really, since even with United, we were kind of, we might get it, they might get it. They won 6 out of 7 or something. It goes beyond 4 out of, and a treble. And Haaland's broke the Premier League record as well for goals. Like, enjoy the win and chat a bit of, but ultimately, we've won like 4 FA Cups in the last 10 years or whatever. Like, we need to focus on ourselves and go, okay, enjoy the win, but what is going wrong at this football club? How have we sat here and watched a team, without being disrespectful, Manchester City growing up, we watched them in League One, bro. League One playoff finals on penalties. You know what I mean? Nicky Weaver and them, man.
Yeah.
How have we watched a team come from League One, get their way back to the Premier League, get taken over? Yeah, the money came, but a lot of teams have had money and haven't been successful. And dominate to that level where we're sitting behind them going, raw, we can't even get near this club right now. And like I was saying earlier on the show, when Haaland was available, we're not even in the conversation. It's not like we're going, Haaland's on the market. We need a striker. We got to be in for him. No, we can't. You was there with me, bro, in America. Mikel, what do you think about Mbappe? Year left. We need a striker. People laughed. Yeah, what's this guy asking him about Mbappe for? We can't sign Mbappe. Hang on a minute. What did we move? Why did we leave Highbury then? I thought we came here so that if Mbappe was available, we could at least try and get him. Haaland's available. Can we try and get him? No, they're laughing at it. We're hyping up Sesko, a guy that ain't scored 15 league goals in the German league. They're talking about Morata on loan at 32 years of age.
Morata.
But people are buying into this whole narrative. The biggest enemy of this football club is the ownership. And until people realize that, we're going to be in the same situation in the summer. We're going to be in the same situation next January. Because last January, they told us this summer we were going to go crazy. Oh, summer, striker. I brought up the stories the other day from April. Sammy Mokbel, they're going for, they want Elise and Isak. Well, we didn't buy any of them in the summer. And now they're saying the same thing. We're going for Isak this summer. We ain't getting Isak. We're not getting Isak, bro. We're getting Sesko. Why are we getting Sesko? We're getting Sesko because he's 21. He fits the young profile, and he won't mind if he gets benched sometimes for Kai Havertz. That's the reality of the situation. The same thing that Edu said that year when we signed Sambi Lokonga. He said, we don't want to sign a striker that pushes out Xhaka. They wanted somebody that, you know, might be able to challenge him and learn off him. Now they're going, well, Havertz, you know, we don't want to bring in a striker that benches him because then I'm getting questions asked of me. Why did you pay 65 mil, 275? So they're going to buy this Sesko. He'll rotate with Havertz. We'll be linked with Isak, won't get him. We're back to square one, bro. We've seen this story before. We know how it ends. And we beat Man City 5-1, bro, and we're angry 2 days later.
And what pisses me off is other fans, younger fans, will think we're being entitled or arrogant, speaking on what we believe we know based off of history. In any walk of life, you look back, you learn from the negatives, you look back, you learn off mistakes, you look back and you learn. If you don't look back and learn, then you're going to move forward and make similar mistakes, same mistakes, and you're not going to progress. So we're coming from that place. You said it early on in this show, right? They haven't felt that pain. And what I'd love to ask, and I will get chances over the next few days. Friday, I'm doing a community call in on Big Six. I need Arsenal fans to teach me how to cook because apparently I don't know how to cook. So, you know, the most important thing is cooking. So I'm going to have my apron. I'm going to put the hairnet over and the community call and teach me how to cook. The stove's going to be ready. So please teach me. But one thing I'd ask anyone that doubts or wonders why I'm like this. If Arsenal sold Bukayo Saka to City this summer, City go on to win the league and he scores 20 goals, tell me, would you still be positive? Because that happened to us with Van Persie, amongst others. But Van Persie was you could say Ashley Cole, but Van Persie was the pinnacle. The Van Persie was the pinnacle. The end. Yeah? Went there, banged the hat-trick on his debut, banged one in against us in the first 10 minutes, banged against Villa, title, wrapped up, Vampy, 20, whatever, 20, you know, that whole whatever was going on.
Yeah.
And bro, my heart, done. And that's the club's, and that's the ownership's fault. That's the people that were running the club, Hillwood and Gazidis and Kroenkes and all. They did that. And the only similarity I can take from that to now is asking anyone if Saka joins City in the summer or Saliba joins City in the summer and they go on to win the Premier League, tell me you'll still be positive. I couldn't, and if you do tell me you'll still be positive, then there's something missing. With all due respect, there's something missing. Or you don't care about it like I do.
And the guard of honor, bro. Don't even mention the guard of honor.
Bro, I forgot about that.
Standing there watching him walk past us, bro, as a champion.
I forgot about that.
Do you know what I mean, bro? Do you know the thing though? We're not sitting here going, go and blow up the transfer market. We're not saying, yo, why didn't you buy Vinicius Jr.? We're saying you need a striker, buy a striker. That's all. Do you know what I mean? If I need milk for my cereal, I go shop, I buy milk. I don't try and buy milk and see what opportunities there are. I buy milk. You know what I'm saying? We need a striker. Man City just bought a striker in Mamouche when they've got Haaland. This guy is just to accompany him. We need a starting striker. We're seeing these Havertz misses, and we're not buying one. We're talking about, in the summer. Like John Cross used to do for 10 years, talking about the war chest. But they moved him out, kind of, when Wenger left, because he was Wenger's guy. And they're doing the same thing. It's just a different journalist. It's a different time, and it's the same thing over and over again. Like you were saying, again, on AFTV, the Fabregas interview. You could bring that interview to right now and play it, and you go, oh, that sounds like
what's happening?
I had too much responsibility on my shoulders. Not enough top players around me. Then I'm getting injured. That could be Saka, right? Saka's getting flogged every week, 90 minutes. Players aren't good enough around him. Tears his hamstring. Too much reliance on a young player instead of supporting him and going, wow, actually, we've brought a superstar out of our youth team here. Let's take some of the pressure off him by getting a quality striker, getting a proper left winger. Then you can take Saka off when you're 2-0 up. Then you can rest him in the Carabao Cup and you can protect him. We just, we can't. We have to play Saka. We have to. We can't take him off because we don't think we're going to be able to win a game without him on the football pitch.
And we did that. Yes, we lived through that with Fabregas because me and you will say, not that I knew you, but I'm going to assume, we used to say the same thing. When Fabregas broke his leg against Barca, we was all like, brother, we didn't know at the time he broke his leg. But he felt he needed to stay on, bang that penalty in. We all felt pretty similar as well in terms of we can't be losing him. But he comes out after and says that reliance on me, young man, whilst not supplementing me with the correct people around, I had to dip. So we've literally lived through a very, very, very similar circumstance.
Yeah.
Man don't want to listen, man. This is I don't know.
I just want the fan base to have the clarity. That's it. We don't all have to get along. We can see online the Arsenal fan base don't all get on. It is what it is. It's probably been fractured since Wenger. Cool. We don't all have to be friends. But we support the club. We should all want the same thing. And we need to start looking and going, how are we not able to get over the finish line? How are we not even lifting? We're not even nicking an FA Cup and a League Cup and going to Wembley and, okay, we're building. We're getting that winning mentality. We're in a situation we can't win a trophy, bro. We haven't been to a final since lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Not even a final. We're meant to, for the last 2 years, we've been the second best team in the league. And we're second at the moment. So you could say for 3 years, we've been the second best team in the league. We haven't even reached a final in that time. I remember when we went in the Europa League, I said, boy, this is embarrassing. You know, I don't even like this competition. But I said, you know, the one positive, at least we'll win it. We didn't even win it, bro. We didn't even win it.
Remember that? Yeah, it's our level. We can get one in.
Yeah. We at least will nick a Europa League. Bro, we were Villarreal and it was all mad. So we keep getting told that it's going to be tomorrow, summer, next time, next. The club don't cease opportunities. You've just beaten Man City. The feel-good factor is at the highest point it can be at for the season. We're all jubilant. We all felt that feeling again. The way we dealt with City and the arrogance and the celebrations. It felt like, yes, this is Arsenal. The feel-good factor's high. The window's the day after. Capitalise. Go and buy somebody. You need somebody, but also, can you imagine we're doing OG show right now and we've just signed somebody like good?
On top of the fact, we would still be talking about the 5-1, bro.
Yeah.
Because then you can just relax. Let's talk about it. You know, 5-1, each goal, the moments, Lewis Skelly, all of that. But they didn't give that to us.
We're 42 minutes in. We haven't mentioned the game really in terms of what happened during the game because the window has just smothered that 5-1 win. Like, yeah, well done. You beat City, but nothing. Like, if we'd signed someone, we're looking at that Newcastle game to go together going, yo, just go for them. You know what I mean? We got someone in, go for it. Now we're kind of like, yeah, we beat City, but we're going to do Newcastle. And like you said, man, they're going to Dubai the day after Newcastle. We're going to miss the FA Cup because we're out of it. And then it's going to be 10, 11 days of like, you didn't sign anyone. You're potentially out the Carabao Cup. You've got no FA Cup game because you're out of it. You're relying on a Premier League and a Champions League, which, you know, is very difficult, you know, at the best of times. So, and you look at Liverpool to me haven't been under enough pressure this season in the sense of like, they'll drop and then we drop. You know what I mean? We haven't capitalized often. So it should have been like, yo, we've just slapped City. We've signed this player. You've got to go to Goodison. You might be under a little bit more pressure now, but they must have been sitting there going, "Raw, this is the chasing team." And they didn't do anything. And their attack's better than ours.
Bro, exactly. I don't know if Steve mentioned it. I think he did. I'm not going to say for fact. Boovy definitely mentioned. I was on the club earlier, but
yeah,
I'm sure Steve might have said it as well. The feeling that if they didn't get smoked like that, Gonzalez wouldn't have come on deadline day. I feel the opposite. If we didn't win like that, we probably would have signed someone on the last day. And when your business is run in that shape, that in that fashion, it's mad. It brings me back to the whole 8-2 United, and then we go sign Park Chu-young and Arteta and Benayoun and Andre Santos. A club shouldn't be doing that. How can you be reacting so late? Or it's just mad. And it seems like we've kind of done that again in a sense, because Arteta was pleading for Arteta the first 2 weeks. He was chatting shit, talking about internal solutions. But after that United game, he flipped the script. And I say, cool. He was pleading with them. He was putting pressure on them. But then look, it closes and it's back to the rhetoric of profiles, players, summer, and all of that stuff. And it's easy to do that when you sign that new contract, then you're comfy.
Yeah.
But you know, bro, like I just hope we go through tomorrow, you know.
So do I. But it's a big ask. Do you know what? I think I agree. You know, if we'd have got beaten by City, they might have done something because it would have opened a can of worms. It's almost like beating City 5-1 probably made people think in the board that we're not desperate.
Yeah,
you just scored 5 against the champions. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Someone's losing their mind in the chat.
Yeah, this guy's been going mad for a minute. I don't know what. I don't know what I'm doing.
I hope that 1997 isn't the year you was born, because that would make you what? 28?
28, yeah. You should know better, man.
Talking like this on the internet, yeah. Brother, you've got some issues. And if you're 28 talking like this on the internet, like this here, message me, bro. Turkish LDN, Instagram, Twitter. We can link up. I'm about London all the time. It sounds like you are too. 97, 28, 9 years on me. Talk to me, bro. I'm a bitch. Talk to me. Why are you in my comment section on YouTube? Like, I don't get it, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
Work saying you're, brother. My socials are there, bro. If you're on something, cool. Like, I don't get it. It's football, but I don't mind slapping a man for disrespect. I'm not going to slap a man for football. I'll slap a man for disrespect. And those comments are disrespectful, D. 1997. But message me on your profile. And if you do message me on your profile, make sure your picture's there, please. I don't want to see William Saliba there. Or I don't want to see D 1997. That's what I want to see. But yeah, that should be the end of him, mods. I'm glad you didn't block him. Thick skin, that's all good. If he carries on talking nonsense, then obviously block him. Then I've given him the socials are there. My phone's here, D. So let me even put it there. Let me turn it on loud, just so I don't miss the message if you message.
It's easy behind these faceless accounts, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Bro, I don't understand. He's flipping out in the comments, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, I know you said Newcastle, doubtful. That early goal, though, if we can get an early goal like we did against City, and here's me being optimistic again, but the thing about this competition is if we can turn it around, it's one game and there's a trophy. And I'm not saying that satisfies me. You know what I think? Biscuits without the lift. But yeah, we can't off. Look, Man City 5-1, massive win day. Enjoyed the mob. Enjoyed match reaction, enjoyed forever Arsenal. Woke up the next day. All right, it's time to enjoy what happens in the deadline day. Oh shit, didn't enjoy Wednesday. Brother, if you back up this transfer window deadline nonsense by going out of the cup, which it looks more likely than not for sure, bro, for 10 days we're not playing. For 10 days we're just stewing. But for 10 days you're going to see reports that Saka he's on the mend. He's ahead of. We're ahead of schedule. We're gonna see Monday or something. Saka's ahead of schedule. He's off crutches or he's doing light training or weight training. You're gonna see that nonsense, bro. Who was the guy on Twitter that one of these Arsenal accounts? He said, they're gonna keep the powder dry because Ben White's coming back soon and Saka. Does Ben White play 9?
I saw that. Alex Crook, I think, the TalkSport brother. I said, bro, that's what I was thinking. We need a striker. Man's talking about Ben White. I said, oh, man. They said about 3 weeks ago Ben White was nearly back, and the guy still ain't training with the team yet. So, but you know what? Arsenal are so predictable, man. You know, like you said, Saka will be ahead of schedule, and then we'll be linked with Isak in the summer. They're gonna blow up the market for Isak. That'll be the narrative. It's crazy, man. Winning does fix things in football. You know, if we beat Newcastle and get in the final, it will bring a massive feel-good factor to things. And listen, if we're playing Liverpool, it would be massive. If we was playing Tottenham, it would be massive. But yeah, it's going to take a monumental effort. We're going to have to score early. I think they've lost 2 of their last 3 games, Newcastle. Lost 4-1 to Bournemouth and 2-1 to Fulham.
Yeah, 2 of the last 4. 2 of the last 3 at home. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. We've got to score early, man, or definitely score first. We can't concede. But we're different away from home. We don't often... It just depends how Newcastle view it, you know, because they're 2-0 up. Are they going to sit back and be cautious, or is that
Matty doesn't
crowd?
I spoke to Matty box to box, and he said...
I saw a bit of it, yeah.
Nah, 2 years ago, maybe. Nah, he's going to go...
Not now.
for it. Yeah, probably go. But they can go for it both ways. They can go for it by trying to press us, or they can do the counter punch thing. They got the pace in attack, so really they can go for it in both ways. They can soak it up and hit us long, or they can try and press us and keep us at bay and win the ball back, because they've got the midfield for that as well.
The thing that I saw, I don't know how true this is, but I saw Eddie Howe said Joe Linton was unlikely to play. So
yeah, that's what I heard. Well, Matty said the same thing.
I rate Joe Linton, you know, like not an amazing footballer, but he's an animal. And I just think if he's not in the team, we've got to dominate that midfield. Do you know what I mean? With Rice, Partey, and Odegaard. Philip said go very strong. We have an easy time. Yeah. So they can go all out at the weekend and they can rotate anyway. So we've got to be patient. We can't go for it too much too early and get picked off. We got to make sure we're solid, take our chances if we get them. This is the kind of game where, you know, Havertz, you can't miss that chance because you might not get the next chance and the next chance. We're away from home. So it's interesting. It's interesting.
Lali's been so good recently since he's come back from this little bet. Like, he's been so good.
He's quality.
Yeah, when they originally signed him, I was like, right, was it 70 mil? I was like,
yeah,
decent risk, but decent. And then the bang comes, and
yeah,
now he's balling out. I can't even lie to you.
Yeah, he's proper, man.
They'll probably put Joe Willock in for Joe Linton, if any. Joe Linton actually played left wing against us.
Yeah.
And he caused was it Martinelli? Yeah, he was
caused a lot
of problems in terms of defense. Yeah, he was working hard down that side. So Joe Linton, that's another guy that, to be honest, he's turned it up for Newcastle since moving positions. But their unit in midfield, like, I can't look around the league and say, like, Aston Villa have a better attack than us before the transfer window, and then they buy 4 man in attack on top of that. I look at Newcastle and I think they're balanced in midfield. All right, maybe overall we've got more depth, but their balance is probably better for what they do.
Tonali, Bruno, Joe Linton, it's a good midfield, man.
It's a good, obviously Partey, Rice, Odegaard. That's solid as well. I can't lie to you. So, all right, let me not even
similar level.
It's similar. Liverpool have obviously stole the show this year in midfield with Gravenberch, McAllister.
Yeah, he's been unreal.
Does his bit as well, but even that,
their front three's better than ours, bro. This season, definitely. Anyway, yeah, Newcastle's front three.
Yeah, bro. Isak, Gordon, even Barnes when he's available on that side.
Yeah. I mean, they play Murphy. I don't rate Murphy, but, you know, he's just a workhorse, isn't he? But Gordon stepped up. I wasn't a big fan of Gordon, to be honest. But he's just good at what he's good at. And Isak, obviously, has scored against us in the last 2 games. We got to shut down Isak, bro. I noticed, like, the other day, if you can stop Isak, they've got a lot of good players, but they're not amazing, like, goal scorers. Like, if you cut off Isak, I feel like Timber can get Gordon and Murphy on the other side. You've got to stop him. He scored against us in the last 2 games. He's kind of just had free roam against us. Like, you look at the goals he scored. He's unmarked, scoring a header. He's scoring a rebound at the Emirates unmarked. Like, someone's got to... I feel like Gabriel's got to go and get him. Get tight to him and be a bit more aggressive with it.
Yeah, I think, we've got to watch Gordon, man. Isak's obviously the one, but I think Gordon, too much focus on Isak. Yeah, that guy could just... But you're right, Timber's equipped. He's equipped. And I think with Lewis Skelly now being the guy that kind of aids the attack, Timber's been allowed to be that rock defensively a bit more than when we first come off the international break in November, where he was aiding the attack when we beat West Ham, Sporting and Forest back-to-back. Now it's Lewis Skelly on the other side doing this thing. To be honest, I mean, Lewis Skelly and Ranieri, if it wasn't for them two, you see the way the squad has been set up this year, that's 2 gems that have pretty much not come out of nowhere. And Ranieri, no. Lewis Skelly, probably yes. There was no one talking about him 8 months ago, 9 months ago. So, you know, some people say we're in a blessed place with those 2 coming in. But at the same time, imagine we actually did what we needed to do either in the summer or in January with those 2 added into the squad. We would have been so much better off. But now, some of it's on them for the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Attacking Brunt is on. It's unfortunately on Ranieri. And by that I mean no one's looking at him and putting pressure on him. But by that I'm saying we're looking at him as the difference maker, because we can't rely on the others. That ain't fair, but it is what it is. Lewis Skelly week in, week out now. And listen, the Premier League, any more drop points, peak Champions League, we're in the knockout stages, so any poor performances we're at. And that's what Lewis Skelly's going into now, 18 and 17 years.
Nwaneri, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot, man. Would you start Nwaneri at Newcastle then?
100%. Bro, you can.
On the right.
Start him, man.
So who would you play on the left? Trossard or Martinelli?
I'd say Trossard.
He's had a good couple of games, to be fair, Trossard.
Yeah, I think his pressing as well has been elite. And him and Rice against City, the way they, especially in that first half, was just closing the gaps, no spaces. They got the ball back for the first one. Yeah, I think Trossard probably does that. And to be honest, either or, they're both good off the. Well, Trossard's probably better off the bench, but Martinelli's pace off the bench. I know we've said that before, and it hasn't led to nothing. But yeah, I'm starting Ranieri. I was surprised he didn't start against City, if I'm honest with you. But credit to Arteta, we won 5-1. So
I'm just thinking in Arteta's mind, like I would play Ranieri on the right, but I'm just thinking, just beat City 5-1. He's come off the bench. Martinelli got an assist. I wouldn't be surprised if Ranieri was on the bench. Not that I agree with it, but I'm just not sure Arteta will go away to St. James's with Lewis Skelly and Ranieri on the pitch. And Martinelli, the one thing I will give him, he puts a hell of a shift in. Like there was times he was at right back and Savinho's running at him, and then Timber's tucking in. So is he going to think, has Ranieri got that defensive shift in him if we're under pressure? Be interesting.
Only thing is, I think we need to try pin them back, and I think Ranieri's the only got it in him. Lewis Hall likes to attack. Listen, he's a good young. That's probably the two best young left backs in the league going at it right now.
Him and Lewis Skelly.
Yeah, but I think there's opportunities to be had on that side, and I think Ranieri's the one to take it, because you are right. Martinelli shift week in, week out, regardless of quality. He puts in a shift, but do we need a shift against Newcastle, or do we need a threat against Newcastle? For me, it's more a threat, because you can put the shift on the other side then if it's that big. Trossard is the moments man. But for me, Ranieri is without a shadow of a doubt start. Some people are saying Ranieri, Trossard, Martinelli as the front three, but we know how it's going to go. We know. Game. So even though people have said he's tired recently, but
listen, they've got a 10-day break, man. Even if you're tired, you got to get through this game and then chill, go to Dubai, do whatever you need to recover. You know, they got to.
We never used to talk about tiredness so much 20 years ago.
Nah. We didn't, man. It was I feel like back in the day. And when he talks about the amount of games, I think, well, there's always been a League Cup, there's always been an FA Cup, there's always been a Champions League and a Prem. Prem's been 38 games for years. So where is this? I know maybe now they've extended the Champions League. You've now got this Club World Cup, but the tired thing, I don't get that. I don't understand that.
Oh, I'm tired as well.
Yo, you know what I mean? We're tired watching it.
We've been for 21 years now since the last one, bro. So, bro, don't miss me with the 21 games being tired. This is 21 years deep.
I think players run a lot more now, I would say. I feel like now there's less technicians, there's more athletes. So these guys are probably covering more distance than they were back in the day. You know, your Pirlos and that, they would just let the ball do the running, man. Where now everyone's just, you just got to sprint. Everyone sprints, man.
They got what I mean? Got kicked more back in the day, though. More knocks.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah. And worse pitches as well. Now VAR, you can't kick no one.
And heavier boots, I guess, or whatever the boot technology's done in the last 20 years. I don't really know. Lighter boots or whatever. I guess that plays a part. But listen, I just don't understand how all of a sudden now more money, more nutrition, more sports science, somehow more protection. How did all of these things happen in the last 20 years? Surely with the more nutrition, more sports science, more they should be more exposed to the demands, not more protection from the demands. Like, it just doesn't really make sense. But listen, bro, I've just we've got 31 super chats and we've got less than 20 minutes left, because I know you're going live with Cecil, potentially Rob, FTV.
Yeah, I think Rob is on as well. Yeah, so stay on for another.
He's gonna try run there.
Listen. No, I said this already, man. You know, if it's getting out of hand and them two are capping too much, the link will come across to you, bro.
Say no more, G. I'll be
you
there.
know what I'm saying? I got a lot to say to Robbie, man. We haven't been on a stream for a while.
Bro, King Deflector.
Yeah.
But to be honest, he admitted yesterday that this is a 0 out of 10 window. Like, there was no discrepancies in the ratings yesterday. Like, he said it first, 0 out of 10. Big up Mark. He says, Kroenkes have thrown Mikel Arteta under. Nobody can convince me he didn't want an attacker in the summer and January. If I would have told you we have all of these injuries, controversies, no signings, nobody would predict winning the Prem. And he goes on to say, I'm surprised that Mikel Arteta and the players have kept us in it. I know he's made mistakes this season, but from a coaching aspect, it's gone under the radar that he managed to keep us in it. Kroenkes, they let him down. I don't disagree. This is why I always caveat the Mikel Arteta stuff or criticism with the praise. And I think Mikel Arteta has, when you look at the squad, even in my opinion, last season and the season before, it done better than I expected from the process of whatever was coming in those 3-4 years. But then the expectation rises, regardless of feeling at that time it's better than expected. The expectation rises, and you are right. I agree. His words in the last 2 weeks, he needs a striker. But the 2 weeks before that, he's challenging Charles Watt, saying we scored the most goals in 2024. That doesn't sound like a man that also, needs a striker. But regardless, the summer finished and he signed his contract. I made a point of this at the beginning of the season where I said, if he's not happy with the summer, then hold tight on that contract, because trust the club want you to sign, whether it's September or March or May, they'll have you sign for sure. Let's see how you take care of yourself here. Let's see how you take care of your responsibility and accountability. Once he signed, that's it. You must have been happy with that window.
Yeah.
That's how I see it, bro. But yeah, Frankie says, one of you should set up a GoFundMe for a plane. It wouldn't come out of your own pocket, and you have the platform for a lot of people to chip in. You're not wrong, because it's been done before. I forgot who done it. Actually, KROENKE out on Insta. I haven't seen that page in a while, actually, but KROENKE out on Insta, that page was running a few years ago. They did a GoFundMe. I believe I pushed it as well. I don't know if Curtis pushed it, but the plane did fly over, and guess what? That account was abused. How can you do this? The vision negative and all of that stuff. And it's just like, bro, like, the guy's done something off his own back to protest something that really we should all agree with. Why are men jumping on him? And that same happened with me when I did that protest. Protest. What a negative guy. He doesn't. He kind of kills the will of you trying. So
yeah.
And listen, a plane ain't gonna change nothing right now. The plane didn't change anything 5 years ago. So right now, the way they are, Champions League football merch dropping like hotcakes. They're happy as Larry right now.
Yeah.
Ricky says, big up Kurt and Turk. What I want to type about the Kroenkes and transfers is so long, I can't afford that super chat. So all I say, please do more OG pods. Ricky, I love for the love, my bro. I hear it.
Up, man.
But we're talking about it. We're an hour plus into it, and we still talk for more. I'm about to do a Kroenke video where I'm taking my time with this, a timeline. I'm going back. It's going to be and I just need to put it all on one video. So when people chat shit moving forward, I'm just going to go check that video out. This is why I am. You be positive. I'll do my thing. We'll meet at the crossroads.
Yeah.
Black Star says, they laughed when I said we're only getting Turkish's Crocs in the January window. Brother, we didn't even get
furry ones as well, you know.
Military.
Okay.
Big up Seymour. He says there was a buffet of players available, but all these don't care about are summertime buffets or fish fry and humble pie. I'm famished for major honors. Starving.
Yeah.
Big up Seymour. Big up Kate Praj says, I absolutely hate it when people say you want Isak in the summer or someone now. I absolutely hate it when people say, do you want Isak in the summer or someone now? I can guarantee that Isak will leave Newcastle this summer and it won't be to us. Can you imagine Liverpool just go in there and
they're being linked with him, aren't they now? If Darwin goes,
I think they'll go for that or Gyökeres, or they'll do something like that. JM says the club have sucked you in, Turkish, when you thought we would be in the convo for. I didn't think we'd be in the convo for Mbappe. I said we should be in the convo.
You did.
The difference. I'm trying to push that. I know we wasn't ever going to get Mbappe, but at the same time, don't tell me 20 years ago we're moving here to compete with Bayern, and then when the best players are available, you don't pick up the phone and say, "Would you?" At the very least, interested. Yeah. All right, no problem. Hang up. Cool. Try. But then we've got fans saying, "Why would we get Mbappe? We got Martinelli." Insane. Insane. Alex says this transfer window has me depressed. We have a good team that needs a few more pieces, and the owners don't give a fuck. Big up from Kentucky. That's the most frustrating thing. It's as frustrating as it was 5 years ago when we was completely out of it in a very different way. Harvey says, big up the true OGs of AFC YouTube. Hope you're both blessed. As annoying as a question as this may be, I'm fuming about the window. He adds, do you think this could lead to success in the future, saving work till summer? Curtis.
I mean, history says no, but the hope, that's all it is, isn't it? In our minds, to make it seem better, we're going to say the money that he saved now, they're going to give it him in the summer and he'll spend 200 million. But that's nothing but hope. We've seen that before and it hasn't worked out. So I hope.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you can do. Hope, pray. But hoping and praying 5 years in, I mean, surely that's not what we're leaning on. Big up, Jill. Hope you're good, Jill. Getting closer to that year mark. Another useless January by Arsenal. Shaking her head. Love for the love. I see your message as well on the Discord, Joe. I just see it pop up there. Don't worry, man. I ain't got no messages, so it's not gonna happen. She's talking about me calling out a guy out earlier.
Oh yeah.
D97. I've just refreshed Instagram and I've just refreshed Twitter. Let me. No D97 in the DMs. I'm still hating, brother. Please. Yes, man says Pep lucky she took the houses instead of dropping the tapes. I said instead of dropping the tapes.
Wow.
What tapes?
I don't even know about them. What tapes, man?
What have you seen on the black market? Wow, Pep, yeah, mad. SB says I was 11 when Van Persie left in 2013. I was heartbroken. I didn't want to go school the next day. Shout out to you guys. I'm not with these YGs. Bro, when I say younger fans, I don't ever mean all of you.
Yeah, of course.
I know there's some, dare I say, real ones out there, because then people say, oh, it's real to be negative. No, I'm not saying that, but everyone's real. Everyone's version of real is different. My version of real is different to Curtis's. It might align, but the only way you can be real is if you're you.
Yeah.
That's it. And some people ain't gonna like it, some people are gonna love it. AMSN says it absolutely doesn't make any sense why we don't bring in anyone on loan at the bare minimum. KROENKE out. Absolute disgrace the way we operated in the transfer window. No one even tested the waters for Lookman, 45 mil.
Yeah.
But then again, he might have something to stay for over there. Gonarola says KROENKEs keep packing our leadership with corporate lawyers that are risk averse in nature instead of competent football executives with sporting ambition and experience.
That is a banger.
Banger.
Yeah, banger, bro. Tim Lewis and them, man. They're businessmen, bro. They're not football people.
Trust me. You're talking to them about players. They're talking about the numbers, and that's where shit went wrong in the first. Ask Van P.
Yeah.
P about the numbers, bro. Same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. Aju says, big up the community. My club was not serious in the last 2 windows and got carried away with success. This season was a wake-up call, and Arsenal result was nail in the coffin. Result, we got Nico and spent well in the summer. Right. We say that. We got Nico and spent well.
This season was a wake-up call. Arsenal result, we get Nico and spent well in the summer. Don't know. I'm lost on it. For the first bit, I get it.
He must be talking about Liverpool.
We got Nico and spent well in the summer. Who's it?
Because he said this season was a wake-up call and Arsenal's result was a nail in the coffin. Man City.
Man City. Nico Gonzalez. Yeah, I was thinking Nico Williams. Like, who's he on about? Yeah,
I don't know who I was thinking, bro. Yeah, but yeah, Apologies, Adju. We worked out in the end, man. OG. Yeah. No, we're getting old.
Yeah, we're getting older, man. You have to give us a little time.
Even the eyes are getting bad. I'm like,
yeah, I'm telling you, there could be a couple more trips. I have to get the laser eye treatment, then get the veneers done. You know what I mean?
Just out here shining, eyes sparkling, teeth just
just rebuild all of it. You know what I mean?
Like a new man.
Yeah, man.
Let's see, Bad. I hope you're good, my brother. He says also someone need to hold these wankers accountable. I'm talking about the emoji merchants acting like they know anything. If this is true, emoji tweets and yeah, for audio listeners, not that it's on an audio platform, he basically means these cunts on Twitter that just fucking put up emojis and timers and all of these things, and then
nothing happened.
2 days later, quiet. But you live, you learn, but make sure whilst you live, you do learn, because if you live and don't learn, you're an idiot. You must learn, wherever that is. Anurag says, telling you guys now in advance, we will be in for Isak. It will get delayed. By that time, Sesko will sign for someone else, and eventually Newcastle will reject whatever we offer for Isak and move back to square one. I hate it because it sounds more realistic than us going to get Isak in the summer.
Yeah.
Brio says, I tried to be Kroenke. I bought butter but spread it on one slice, not both. Bring cereal to work to save on milk. Girlfriend is currently Kroenke out. Big up. Dan said, just read we needed a striker in the summer, and Edu suggested Muniz from Fulham.
Oh wow.
Wow. Love God says, this is better than AFTV. Turkish is so honest. Robbie is always finding excuses. Well, Curtis will be joining up with Robbie in 12 minutes. So let me try and get through the super chats. 14 left, people. No more super chats as well, people.
Yeah.
Love for the love. But we're running out of time, and I want to make sure I get these ones in and I don't miss any. I'm going to be doing you justice. Yared says, Turkish and Big C, keep it up. The good work, guys. I love watching you. Love from Colorado. Come on, Yared.
Big up, bro.
You're good, my bro. Probably not going to be in the US this summer, but next summer, World Cup. Mo says, on the topic of transfers, do you think Man City are spending now because they expect a possible transfer ban in the summer? What do you think?
I don't think so, because why would you sign for them if they were going to get banned? I think they're getting away with it.
Yeah, the way they move make me think they're going to get, because Pep signed a contract, Haaland 9 years, Marmoush, 3 other. It feels like they know that they've kind of punishment might not be as severe as they thought.
Yeah.
Because a lot of their charges ain't transfer related anyway. So I don't know if transfer ban would be like, maybe it's a 10-point deduction at the start of next season. Maybe it's nothing and a fine. So it's hard to really justify or understand it. Brito says, no biz in January, wait and see in the summer. There'll be no business until last week of the transfer window. You've read the book before. And Harvey adds from earlier, says, I agree, Curtis. It's just hope, isn't it? But I guess question answered, we don't believe it. Would Kroenke ever sell? Why does it always take a crisis for them to move? Would Kroenke ever sell? Unless someone blows them out the water, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah. It needs to be huge money.
Yeah, I don't see it happening any other way. It's a big cash cow.
Yeah.
The asset, you go to a bank and say, yo, I got Arsenal. Give me that money. And,
they'll give it you.
Put Arsenal and layaway for me. And then I'll come pick them up when I get the money back. Well, they use us as an asset.
Yeah.
More funds and invest in Jokic and all of these people, or whoever is the NFLs and whatever else they do. Polo. Do they do polo? I don't know what they do. Let me scroll back up quickly and get the final 10 in. Seymour said, big, maintaining integrity in time of deception. Big? Oh.
Big up, I think he means big up. Yeah.
Oh, geez, man. We never used to do that.
Yeah.
It says, Kroenke's proved again they care about nothing. They care nothing about winning. Wait, he said it. Stan said it. And then gave it to Josh. And then said, here, you're the new face because I said some fucked up shit. I can't be doing it no more. Here you go. And then everyone lapped it up. Josh. He's different, Josh. He's different. Is he fucking different?
It's a younger version, man.
Name one top club where 5 years of failure is rewarded. You just got to move on because there's no answer to that. You are not cooking enough. You are not a real fan. I try LFC better, man. I'm gonna sleep. Jobber says, Big C Turkish, it's time to act, no more talk. Well, Bo says, love that stream earlier, Big C. Call out these. Man, to finish that as well, to be honest. At this point, it's better to talk about pedicures, bro. Have you ever had a pedicure before, bro?
I have, bro. I'll be honest. You know why? Yeah, because playing football, your feet get mashed up, and then you know when you go on holiday and you just your feet out, and that's a Ross. So yeah, I got a little pedicure, man. You know what I mean? Sorted it out.
I hear you. I need to do it. I've never had a pedicure. My feet are like 2 concrete blocks, bro. It's never been. Never had no TLC, bro. It's peak.
I'm telling you, man.
Number 29 reminds me of Benga Diawara. And a couple new members. And damn big up. And I say a couple. Lee's gifted that 5 memberships. Hey, Lee, big up as always, my bro.
Come on, bro.
Always, man. Lee's a big, so he's on your, he shows love to your channel as well.
Yeah, man.
He's a valued member of the community, like everyone is. But yeah, big up the community. Eberici just gets one in. Curtis, you're live again in 9 minutes, G.
Yeah. I think they're panicking over there as well.
I'll swear. People, we're wrapping it up, people. Curtis is headed to AFTV, but there's 2.8k here, and Curtis is less than 200 away from 90k. Less than 200. Surely we can make that happen. Surely. Let's make it happen, people. 200 away. Go subscribe to Curtis Shaw TV. And a heads up, if you think I need lessons in cooking or you disagree with any of my Arsenal opinions, this Friday, 7 p.m, Big 6, community calling. Me, Steve, Matisse, Grizz, Arsenal fans, top gooners, the toppest of top gooners. Please put your social media underneath the community post on the Big 6. I'll send you the link on Friday and we'll talk. I'll have my notepad ready to learn how to cook because I need to know. But Curtis, love as always, my bro.
Come on, man.
Another long day for you. Your show, our show, and AFTV.
Yeah, man. Lots to talk about, man.
But yeah, we move. Love people. We'll be back when we're back. I'm gonna be back real soon anyway. Content. I got the vlog coming out, the hair vlog. I've got the KROENKE stuff coming out, and we're gonna do a couple one-on-ones throughout this break, Dubai break they call it. Well, we're gonna have our own break, people. Join Curtis on AFTV, but make sure you get him to 90k, people. Love for the love. We're out. Peace.